Listen, we go see what Baker Mayfield's made out of. I think Case Keenum gives him a better chance of winning. Listen, last year, you talk about Lamar Jackson came off the porta potty and beat Baker Mayfield. This is the thing, right? Baker Mayfield, whenever he has to come up big and it's a moment where he has to be the better quarterback, he always comes up small. They need to lean on Nick Chubb in that running game because that's what the Ravens struggle with. This is important for not just him. This is important for this entire regime because they hitched their wagon to Baker Mayfield. And if they're going forward, the Ravens aren't going to get worse next year. The Bengals aren't going to get worse. The Steelers are going to figure it out. They have to decide if this guy's the long-term solution for their team and at what price. Because this team performs much better when it goes through the running game. You can say that about a lot of teams, but we always understand that when Baker's forced to come up big, he always comes up small, whether it's against Mac Jones, whether it's against Herbert, whether it's against Joe Burrow, which he beat. But he always comes up small. He has to prove that he's a franchise quarterback.
So wait, at the right number, I have to ask you this, at the right number, is he a long-term solution?
I mean, listen, the Browns have had some of the worst quarterbacks in NFL history. I can go down the list, but I won't waste everybody's time. So listen, sometimes you can fool yourself and say, hey, this guy is a franchise quarterback because you've not been around a franchise quarterback. Listen, he's good, but he needs a lot of help and a lot of support around him. And for him to do that, if I'm in Baker's camp, I'm saying, listen, this is the best place. His value, his highest value is with that organization. So he's going to have to come down $32 million. He's going to have to leave space for the team to always have flexibility to get the pieces around him and be successful. Because these young, talented players at some point are going to have to come to the table. They're going to ask for top shelf money.
Yeah, and I think what you're really trying to get to is he's playing in this gray area, this gray space, right? Yeah. We've seen some good. He led them to the playoffs last year, right? And we've seen other games where when he's healthy and he's mobile, he can extend plays, and he looks like a franchise quarterback. And then, obviously, he's had some duds. And I think this is what makes it so difficult. When we talk about an extension, though, in terms of a contract, I don't think Baker Mayfield's going to wind up getting the type of numbers that you would expect a quarterback to get if they were going to get extended. Maybe they can come to some sort of agreement where it is at a lower number for shorter years. But he's going to always need the pieces around him. But really the big question here headed into this game is, at what point does the organization say, this is not smart to continue playing Baker Mayfield? He does not give us the best chance. Case Keenum is healthy. He can run the offense. They've got a run game. If he can just take care of the football, they can have success here. Baker Mayfield needs to be healthy to play well, which makes this difficult.
And I like that you mentioned that it's the organization doing this. Jeff Saturday, I think there is an impression that Baker Mayfield is somehow being selfish by playing when he's banged up like that. And if that's the impression that's out there, at what point does it become selfish for a player to continue playing despite not being healthy, or for that organization to play him?
It's never selfish for the player. That's what you want from the player. What you want from the player is he wants to play every Sunday. He wants to strap it up. He wants to be out there. Every player who's worth their salt believes at 70% they're better than the guy who's backing them up. And if they don't think that, you got the wrong guy dialing up every Sunday. So this is an organizational decision. Listen, Kevin Stefanski, who he won Coach of the Year last year, and we talked about how great he watches Baker Mayfield in practice every day, or lack thereof. He watches Case Keenum practice or lack thereof. He understands what's going on in his organization. To expect a player to pull himself out, I think is ridiculous. Listen, I think I missed 6 games in my career. And Bill Polian, the general manager, had to be the one to pull me out. I was not telling anyone I'm not going to play on Sunday. He had to come and say, Sat, we're sitting you. This is what's best for our team. We're going to move. We'll be fine, but we want you back. But that's the conversation. You don't want Baker Mayfield just saying, hey, listen, guys, a little banged up, going to take this week off. Good luck to you. It can never work that way if you want guys in the locker room to follow him.
I self-reported once. I missed one game. I missed one game in 11 years is because I had no ligament in my toe and I needed to get the swelling.
Can I just say, wait, you missed one game. Jeff missed 6 in his career.
And when
you guys are like Iron Men.
I had perfect attendance from kindergarten through high school. Never missed a day.
Missed last work. Attendance. I missed work last week because I had a sneeze. I'll give you the final word.
Well, the only award I ever won in high school was perfect attendance. So I, again, have no athletic skills and accomplishments. But like Dianna, very, very well attended in school. Baker Mayfield got this team to the playoffs. He's not a perfect quarterback right now. He's not maybe in the Mahomes class, but they've won with this guy. They'd like to win with him. And I think that these two sides would like to continue moving forward together. The contract they'll try to figure out this offseason.
Nothing but iron men and iron women on this set.
Agreed.
When I stub my toe, I'm going to have to leave.
I can't believe Schefter and I had perfect attendance. That's why we're such nerds, Adam.
We're scrappy. When you're an undrafted free agent, you understand. You got one foot out the door, the other one on a banana peel. You like, yo, I ain't giving nobody opportunity.
No, yeah.
to take
Perfect
my
attendance.
I ain't get Wally Pitt.
No Wally Pitt, no.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.